This is the peghead of a 1938 Gibson H150 steel guitar. It's a 7-stringer, which makes it a little bit more rare than the others. What I'm doing to it is a lot of repair work, but one thing is remove the tuners and pull these bushings out so I can clean the peghead and look down on some of these holes and see if the wood's cracked and glue it up. Plus touch up that chipped lacquer. I think that's from water damage, but I don't know. I'm a little worried about pulling these bushings out, or grommets as you might call them, because they're in tight and they can pull up wood or pull up paint, and I don't want to make any chips. So to hold down the wood and paint, I made the little hold down out of 1/8 inch thick plywood, and it's got a piece of 3/16 acrylic on the other side. That has a 1/2 inch hole drilled in it. When you're drilling plastics, acrylic, and metal, double clamp because it'll jump up into the bit and could cut you. And this has a hexagonal shape that I made by using an artist template and using it to guide my chisel, and chiseled out the hex. That's the diameter of the hex shape, and the hole in the acrylic gives the bushing some place to go when I press it out. And I'm pressing it out with this brass machine bolt, 3/4 inch. It just happens to fit right into the hole and butts up against the bushing. So if I clamp up from the bottom, out comes the bushing, and meanwhile everything's being held down. That came out perfectly clean. Now you wouldn't be doing this just to clean a peghead, but I need to work on this peghead, so getting all the grommets out of the way will make it easier for me to do the painting and scraping and polish that and buff it up. There's your homemade bushing puller. 1/4 piece of brass bolt, piece of plywood, and some acrylic. I use the plywood because I can chop a hole in with my chisel and you can't chop acrylic. I like the acrylic around for templates, and I like that we have it available. It's just great stuff. So if I make a little collar fixture out of acrylic, it goes in this drawer. This is probably 5 or 10 years worth of stuff I've been saving, and there's lots more drawers of it. That was for pulling the anchor bushings on a Les Paul Jr. I remember that. I'll remember this one too.